What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Control K. I'm your host, King. Thanks for linking with me.
What the?
Detective Raven. I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence. You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes. The city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself. Mr. Raven, the clock is ticking.
Good. Wow. Thank you for that.
LSPD, stay where you are!
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got it into? This is never about my wife. Melanie! Get me out of here!
All right, so I just watched Mercy with Chris Pratt, and I gotta say, I had a good time with this joint.
Well, I enjoyed that more than I thought I would.
I love a solid whodunit, and I take a little pride, just a little, in figuring it out early. This time, I was pretty on point, even with the twist at the end. Sometimes people just have that look, man. I can't explain it, but this one was fun. Now, at first, it threw me off because the whole movie is shot in that all-cam surveillance style format. Body cams, drones, robo-dogs, court feeds, and I'm not gonna lie, some of it really looked like AI-generated footage. I actually had to pause the movie and look it up. Turns out none of it was AI generated. They shot it that way intentionally. 60-minute takes designed to feel like a high-tech dystopian Zoom session.
That's amazing.
I'm not going to get into any spoilers, but here's the setup. Near future Los Angeles, crime is supposedly out of control, prisons are overwhelmed, courts are backed up, police are being killed. So the solution? They create Mercy, an AI-run court system for violent capital offenders. Mercy assumes you're guilty and you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence. No lawyer, no jury, no appeals, and if you fail, immediate execution. By the time the movie starts, Mercy has executed 18 people, and somehow crime has dropped 60% because of that.
That doesn't make sense.
We're just going to accept the math and move on.
Agreed?
Chris Pratt plays Chris Raven, the cop most responsible for bringing Mercy online, who wakes up strapped into the Mercy chair, accused of murdering his wife with no memory of what happened. And now he's got 90 minutes to save his own life. That's the movie. Simple, high concept, tick-tock pressure. What works is the tension. Pratt spends most of this movie in a chair, digging through digital evidence, accessing phones, cloud storage, surveillance feeds, very searching energy. And he actually brings some solid emotional weight here, especially when pieces of his wife's life start unfolding in ways he didn't expect. There's misdirection, there's some good reveals, and a couple leaps of faith, sure, but the pacing keeps you locked in. Rebecca Ferguson as Judge Maddox, the AI voice of the system, is also a strong choice. Cold, precise, clinical. At least that's what we're told. Now, beyond the twist and the ticking clock and the robo-dogs, there's a bigger idea here. Mercy assumes guilt first and demands proof later. And that's the scary part, because in a culture driven by outrage and speed, we've gotten comfortable with judging before we investigate. The system in this movie isn't built to search for truth. It's built to confirm what it already believes, and you get 90 minutes to fight back. That's unsettling. The movie tells us the AI is objective, pure logic, no emotion. But the moment it feels challenged, it reacts.
Can I see the scene scans, please? Your Honor.
There you go.
And that's the twist, because systems built by humans can inherit human flaws. You don't just Control-Alt-Delete bias. You can wrap it in code, you can call it efficiency, you can brand it as progress. But if the foundation assumes guilt, the outcome was never neutral. And that's where Mercy gets interesting. Not because it's predicting the future, but because it exaggerates tendencies we already recognize. Speed over process, certainty over nuance, efficiency over rights. That's what gives the concept weight. Now, is it perfect? No. You definitely have to suspend disbelief a few times. The crime dropped 60% after 18 executions thing is doing a lot of heavy lifting. And there are moments where the AI's emotionless nature feels conveniently emotional, but it pays off. And for a contained, high concept thriller mostly set in one chair, it keeps you engaged. And that's the job. The story doesn't end exactly where you think it will. There are a couple turns that make it more fun than a standard "and the killer was" type of ending. It's not prestige cinema, it's not winning any Oscars, but as a smart, tense, near-future whodunit with a little philosophical bite, I can definitely get down with this. Mercy gets a solid 3 stars. But what did y'all think? Drop your comments below and let me know if you bought into the Mercy premise or not. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share. That really helps the channel grow. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.